One of the first shows I ever did was Born, and I was so excited because I was like, this is the kind of shoe that it's like, it's really, high end, but at HSN, we can afford it because you're not paying $110. You're not even doing the whole $69.99. You're doing $23.33. You're getting it home. We have free exchanges. You want a different size or a different color, that's always free. You have 30 days. You can return it. We're doing something that Born does not do in department stores. It's not one of those, oh, let's go to the Born clearance rack. Like, that does not exist. That is in a dream that you had, a fever dream. That is not a real thing. This is not that kind of company. This is the hand stitch, hand done. I think about the neighborhood cobbler. I would go to the neighborhood cobbler and have my shoes like resold. And I did that in the 70s. I'm 1,000 years older than you. I did that in the 70s and the 80s. This is the kind of hand craftsmanship that this brand has. This is Jacqueline Warman. She is with the company. You've been part of the Born brand for many, many years. And this is really kind of, it's almost like everything new is old, everything old is new again, but it's also that hand craftsmanship and everything.
Yes.
Anything like jewelry when it's hand craft, like anything. But shoes especially can be like made in some sort of factory where it's not like the leather is like whatever, or it's not leather, this is different. Let's talk about that.
This is different, and everything's valid.
Right, everything is valid, but that's not what this is. I want to be clear.
Yeah, shoes that are, super great values are valid. This is just something that we really believe in. Shoes that are kind of made the old-fashioned way with what we call Opanka construction, which simply means that everything on the shoe, the leather, the sock, the cushioning underneath, and the rubber outsole are all stitched together with one stitch all the way around, hand stitched, to connect everything. And you can just imagine when everything is connected together with stitching, how it moves together, it works together, and really it's built to last and last. And you can see all of those layers. This looks like a simple flat sandal, but actually there's a lot going on inside the shoe, underneath your foot, and then of course the beautiful leather on top of your foot.
All right, the one you're holding is the Mist, which happens to be our most limited color.
Oh, okay.
All right, because this is, 8 p.m. This is our Today Special. And this is one of those Today Specials, by the way, where we usually bring in like 10,000 or 20,000. We can't do that with Born. So we have way less than that, has been on air less times because of the hand construction, the Opanka construction. So that's the Mist. We have it in the black, which is what I'm wearing. We also have it in this great neutral saddle. We're calling it brown, the perfect brown. Look at, you can just tell the leather when you see the brown. Like, look at that quality of leather. This is the bone, which is a perfect neutral for summer. And then we also have it, I know this has been very popular all day, it's called soft gold, has a little bit of the metallic. So maybe you've got that summer wedding, that graduation, that celebration. I know a lot of people in America and Chicago are celebrating today. There's a lot.
I know, big day.
It's a big day. It's a big day all the way around. So I just wanted to mention that these are the kind of thing that if you wanted to go fly across the country and stand in a piazza all day, you would be comfortable. Do you like the way I make that current? But
I do.
I love Born. And here's another thing. When I see this buckle, it's a real buckle that you buckle. I buckled it. It was buckled. I did not unbuckle it and buckle it. I slid my foot in, scooped it up in the back, and then, settled my foot in. I did not unbuckle it. It's because it's got this little stretch here. So you can stretch it out, slide your foot in, and then go in. And of course, if you wanna adjust it the first time you get it to make sure it's like a perfect fit, you could do that. But that's what I did. I just wanna say, like, you can do that. You don't have to unbuckle it and buckle it every time.
I did the same thing. I slipped my foot right in today.
Okay. And because I've worked here for so long, I've put on shoes. They're not my shoes. They're from a prop closet where the stylist said, here's your shoes, hands it to me. So I'm wearing a brand new pair of shoes that nobody's ever worn before, and I'm wearing them for hours and hours on cement. So I can tell you there is no break-in. No break-in. Now, it's not like, oh, I got to wear these for a couple hours and then I'm going to, these are just comfy, comfy, comfy. And also, I feel like my foot is covered. Like my kind of trouble area is right here, and it's like I've got a little bit of camouflage, right? Did you guys do that on purpose?
Honestly, we did.
Okay, because I bet you I'm not the only woman in America with like kind of a bunion or like that shape of your foot that you get from wearing too many high heels.
Yes, I think a lot of us have different problem areas, or even problem sandals in our closet where oh, I love that, but my pinky toe goes
Right.
this way, or it rubs this way. There is no breaking time
It goes
here.
rogue, my pinky
it goes
toe.
rogue. It really makes a run for it.
Right, exactly.
But this, you really don't have to worry about it. We have this big, beautiful piece of leather coming across the foot. These little straps on the side are wide enough that it's holding your toes in place. It's not forcing them in place, it's just securely holding them. And then on the inside, we have this beautiful opening that kind of follows the line of your arch. But again, that wider strap on the inside, this beautiful asymmetrical strap, all working together to just very gently hug your foot. And we have very generous kind of open toe shapes in Born. So again, your toes are not being forced in any sort of weird directions. There's plenty of room for your toes. And I am especially excited that we have the half sizes today, because that was something that really the HSN customers were really asking for.
Do you not usually have that in retail?
We don't. We 99% of the time we're whole sizes only. We try to fit most people, but we know we're not fitting all people exactly. And I know that the HSN customer really wants a shoe that feels like a custom fitting shoe for her.
And that's what you're getting, because we do have whole and half sizes, sizes 6 through 11, and it's just the quality of the leather is just so stunning. So you're seeing Jamie wearing them in the brown. She's got like a little cute jean look to it. And then I know that's a G by Juliana top, that striped top. I saw that on air with her the other day. Super cute. I love the bag. I know the bag's coming up.
Yes, that's coming up.
I was watching earlier. Of course, I just watch HSN when I'm not here. I go home and turn the HSN on. Obviously, I have a problem. But I love that belt bag. I love that. Is that big enough to fit in one of the big phones?
It is.
It is, okay,
yes,
that was
that's
my only question about that.
The biggest size phone. We measured it.
Did you measure it? Okay, good,
Yes.
because I need to know that, because I want that. And then Diana is wearing the bone color, which is great neutral. She's got on the sand color from the Marla Wynn collection, the same pants that I'm wearing, the flatter fit. So you've got those khakis, you know, pants, or white cloud, or any neutral lighter color. Look how great that is. That is you know what, it looks, I don't know why it looks like a little bit more high end when it's not like the stark white. It's just sort of, with the shoe, it's almost like a little bit of an eggshell color.
Yeah, it's a little bit softer on the eye. It looks really great with, you know, pretty much any skin tone. And I think it matches back to, I don't think everybody has bright white clothing all the time.
Right.
You're often wearing it with maybe a print or a neutral, and that's just going to blend in beautifully.
I agree. And then the mist is, oh, look at that with the blue dress that Rosie has on.
Pretty.
You know, the mist, I can't decide, is it more gray? Is it more blue? I think it would look great with jeans, because it kind of goes blue.
Yeah, it's kind of an in-betweeny color, which is also nice to have in your closet.
And I have gray jeans, and I always wonder, like, what shoe do I wear with those? You wear this mist.
Yes, I had gray jeans forever. I could never figure out what to wear with them. Black was a little hard.
It should come with instructions, gray jeans, because it's the
I
most
wasn't
confusing
cool enough
thing.
for the gray jeans.
Yeah, well, I work here, and I go to the stylist. What do I wear with gray jeans? I'm confused. But at $69.99, this is really unique to HSN to have Born this actual brand on this sale. And I do want to reiterate that this is not a different version of Born.
No, not at all.
Right? You guys do the exact same high-end, high-quality leather. Let's talk about the quality of the leather.
Yeah, so we use full grain leathers, which means that's the top quality. That's the leather that literally is, you know, coming from the tannery. It's not treated, it's
Patricia
not
Nash
down.
talks about full grain leather with her high-end handbags.
Yeah, and it's really, it's
the same.
Full grain leather is full grain leather.
Yeah.
It means it hasn't been sanded down, it hasn't been painted over. You know, you can call a lot of things leather, but you can put a lot of treatments on it to hide different imperfections. There's no need to hide anything in the full grain leather.
Right.
We want you to see all the grains, and we want you to see the highs and the lows. The way it takes the color is beautiful, and it's the kind of leather and the kind of tanning process.
Is this drum dyed, or?
It's all vegetable tan.
Oh, vegetable tan.
So it's going to keep getting better looking over time.
Yeah,
it's
I love
going to
that.
look, you know, kind of well loved and well worn. It's not going to wear out. It's just going to kind of wear in.
It's going to wear in. I
Yes.
love that. I love that. And this color particularly, I think, and that's the color that you're wearing, the brown, really shows that quality, that rich, deep, beautiful quality of the leather. It is free shipping on this, which I should mention, which is very exciting. And our shoes are usually $5.50 to ship. That's our standard shoe shipping price. But it's a today's special, so we have a deal price. Then it's a sale price off the deal price, and then it's free shipping off of that. So I think you cannot make a mistake, especially if you've ever bought Born in the past. And I had, even before I worked here, that it is a very like high-end, high quality. You know, I think there's all this like, I'm getting a little obsessed with TikTok, and there's all these like busting the luxury brands, like, oh, it's really this or really that.
Yes.
You know what it really comes down to? Quality.
Yes.
Quality materials, that full grain leather and the quality construction. So what Born does is it's not like a fancy luxury brand in France that's $5,000 or something, but it's like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna quietly take the best of everything and construct it by hand, that handmade construction.
Yeah, and that's really kind of what Born was founded on, is how do we take these old world techniques, how do we take these wonderful leathers and kind of infuse them with fashion, infuse them with style, and make something that we can get out to everybody, that everybody can have in their closet, that will last and last.
And and let me just talk about the comfort. This is ultra cushioning, ultra lightweight outsole. These are lightweight, supportive, cushiony, and I think that when you get these home, you order them, you open the box, you put them on, you're gonna go, oh.
Yeah.
Because I know I did.
Yeah.
I was like, right, did you guys do that too, Diana and Jamie, when you put them on? Because our models are like, we like throw them out here in 4-inch heels like you're doing, like they're like subject to, you know, but these are like so comfortable, right? Do you have lots of Born, Jamie?
Oh,
she owns lots of Born.
I
also, in my personal closet, I have Born that I bought. And I owned it, you know, I'll tell you something else. I've owned Born. I have a pair of Born boots I had before I worked here 17 years. They look new.
Yeah,
these shoes last.
We had someone just send something to us and said, you know, this pair of shoes I have, you know, broke. And we looked up the styling when she bought it, and it was, you know, well over 15 years ago. And we're like, we'd happy to replace them.
Yeah, right, exactly. I was gonna say.
I'm delighted they,
yeah.
you know, and she was wearing them every single day, commuting, walking in them. So, you know, I really say with confidence that these are wonderful quality, and you'll have them for a long time.
Opposite of fast fashion.
Opposite. No fast fashion here. Nothing too trendy.
Right.
We're just trying to look updated. We want you to look, you know, put together, you know, people, and have great quality.
I always say the young people. My daughter's 25. I'm like, kids today. I'm starting to talk like that, you guys. Kids, are you gonna know? Jamie's like, not me. I'm not gonna talk like that. But kids today, they talk about sustainability. You know what's really sustainable? Buying something that is high quality, that lasts you, not one season.